It started with a grocery receipt. Not a hotel keycard, not lipstick on a collar, not a message popping up at midnight. A grocery receipt. I found it folded in the cup holder of Lena's car while I was looking for the charging cable she always borrowed and never returned. 3 years together, and that was our kind of normal. Shared chargers, half-finished coffees, her hair ties around my gear shift, my hoodie hanging in her back seat like it lived there. The receipt was from a supermarket across town. 2 things caught my eye: prenatal vitamins and a bottle of ginger tea. At first, I smiled like an idiot, because my mind didn't go to betrayal. It went to worry. Lena had been sick for almost 2 weeks, nauseous in the mornings, tired all the time, snapping at me, then apologizing with her head on my shoulder. I thought she was stressed from work. I sat there in her car with that receipt between my fingers, listening to the quiet ticking of the engine cooling down. When she came outside, I held it up and asked, "Are you okay?" Her face changed so fast I almost missed it. Not fear exactly, calculation. Then she laughed. "God, you scared me," she said, taking the receipt from my hand. "My cousin asked me to pick those up. She didn't want her boyfriend finding out yet." I wanted to believe her. That was the problem with loving someone for 3 years. Your heart keeps defending them long after your brain starts collecting evidence. A week later, she told me she needed space. Not a breakup, not exactly. Just space to figure things out. She said I had become too serious, too predictable, too husband energy, like that was an insult. I asked if there was someone else. She looked me dead in the eyes and said, "You always do this. You make your insecurity my problem." That sentence shut me up. For a while. Subscribe if you think you already know where this story is going, because I didn't. I started noticing little things after that. Her phone was always face down. She stopped sending random photos from work. She suddenly had girls' nights with friends she never mentioned by name. And every time I asked a simple question, she made me feel like I was interrogating her. One Friday night, I saw her at a gas station near the highway. She was supposed to be at her sister's apartment. I pulled in without thinking. My hands were shaking on the steering wheel. She was standing beside a black pickup truck, talking to a man I didn't recognize. He leaned close, like he was used to being close. She touched his arm the way she used to touch mine when she wanted me to calm down. I didn't confront her there. I just watched, and something inside me went quiet. The next morning, she came over with coffee and a soft voice. "I miss us," she said. I looked at her. Really looked at her. The woman I had planned a future with. The woman whose favorite cereal I kept stocked. The woman who once cried in my kitchen because she said nobody had ever made her feel safe before me. I asked, "Are you pregnant?" She froze. The coffee cup trembled slightly in her hand. Then she whispered, "How did you know?" For one stupid second, I thought maybe she was going to tell me it was mine. But she didn't. She cried first. Then she said it only happened because we were having problems. She said she felt lonely. She said he made her feel exciting again. She said she didn't know how far it would go. I asked one question. "How long?" She wiped her face and said, "A few months." A few months. While I was bringing her soup, while I was asking what was wrong, while I was blaming myself for the distance. I stood up and walked to the sink because I didn't trust my own hands. She kept talking behind me. "He doesn't want anything to do with it," she said. "He says it might not even be his." That was when I turned around, because there it was. Not love, not regret. Panic. She hadn't come back because she chose me. She came back because he didn't choose her. Then she said the sentence I will never forget. "You're a good man. I know you'd never leave me alone like this." I almost laughed. Not because it was funny, Because I finally understood what role she had written for me: the backup plan, the safe man, the fool who would absorb the damage while she called it love. I told her quietly, "I'm sorry you're scared, but I'm not the father, and I'm not your rescue plan." Her crying changed after that. It became anger. "You're really going to abandon me?" I said, "No, I'm refusing to be used." She called me cold, bitter, immature. She said a real man would step up. I opened the door. That was my answer. Over the next few weeks, she texted constantly. First apologies, then memories, then blame, then desperation. "I made one mistake. We can raise the baby together. You said you loved me. My family is ashamed of me. I have nowhere else to go." Every message hit somewhere soft, but I kept reminding myself of the receipt, that small folded piece of paper that told the truth before she ever did. Eventually, I blocked her, not out of hatred, out of survival. 6 months later, I heard from a mutual friend that she moved back in with her mother. The guy from the pickup truck denied everything until a paternity test proved otherwise. Then he disappeared again. I didn't celebrate. People think quiet revenge means watching someone suffer. It doesn't. Sometimes quiet revenge is just not volunteering to drown with the person who pushed you into the water. I still think about those 3 years sometimes, not because I miss her, because I miss who I was before I had to learn the difference between love and being useful. But I'm getting better. My apartment is quieter now, cleaner. Mine. No hidden phones, no strange receipts, no feeling crazy for noticing patterns. Just peace. And peace, after betrayal, feels almost unbelievable at first. Then one morning you wake up, make coffee, and realize your heart isn't racing anymore. That's when you know the truth won. Not loudly, not dramatically, just completely.